should enable everything. There we go. Let me hit this a couple times. And we should be good to go. I can't see my OBS overlay because it's covered by my Google Chrome window. So that's good. That's a good start. But I'll just, yeah, wait for it to pop up on my stream for me. But yeah, we are ready to go here. I'm going to go ahead and hit my ready up button. Wishmaster will be the last person to ready up here. And we will be getting this second round, or second half, I should say, of the first map underway for you guys. You know what? Big dicket. I'm going to go ahead and Alt tab out. Yeah, it still didn't update the title, I think, actually.
I didn't update the titles. This is obviously not an EQ match. This is AST round number 5, last round of the tournament here. Grand finals have already been played, but these teams are playing out because that is their God-given right to go out here and play games of Left 4 Dead that don't mean anything in the rules. But, you know, obviously, this is still very special for both these teams to get the experience that they need. Combat Care Bears, I believe, is indeed playing in the Equilibrium Cup number 3 as well. I think Sweet Venom is playing to sign up for the RBT that will happen over the summer. But we are going live here with Sweet Venom on the Survivor side of things. You're seeing a hit coming in here right now for Combat Care Bears. Boomer gets a pull out onto Rochelle. Charter is going to try to spawn now. He does indeed. Trying to go in there to get Rochelle. He's actually going to miss that charge a little bit to the side. Going to get shut down there, and the jockey has not yet spawned.
Certainly, and everything will be in a little bit of a hectic mode right now, guys. For some reason, Twitch isn't updating the stream or the stream title, I should say. So I'm trying to work with that, and I'm also trying to get my OBS to actually give me a live preview, which for some reason it's being pretty defiant right now. We have a jockey going on this witch, try to stop the witch crown from going out. Hunter is up on the witch, so going to scratch her, and she's going to get set off on else. Looking for that scratch, misses the first slash at him, and she will actually grab the second one. Nice hit there by the witch, and beautiful SI support on the witch as well with the Hunter jockey working together to make that end cap happen.
Yeah, pull it out for a second there in the front, got cleared. Double boom, Light still has the boomer up here, kind of wandering around. But yeah, that was a nice down to start off there. Now they're going to have to be a little bit careful with this tank, because they do have one survivor now bleeding out. It's not a huge important thing, but then if blue gets down during the tank, that will put her into black and white area. So now we'll see exactly what Team Sweet Venom elects to do on their survivor side of things. They have a charge going in here on some separation actually on the top. That's going to be a 1 pound going in onto blue again. So funneling the damage for the moment. This boomer is still alive, and the tank's going to be up right now into the hands of Wishmaster for Team Combat Care Bears.
Yep, and as we know, the Wishmaster, I should say. I can't talk. Give me a second here. But anyway, he is also known as Rob. He's been around the community for quite some time, and he's been pretty much like Dot. I'm gonna say like Dot and Blue, I should say. He's been in and out of the community. He hasn't been frequent, but he's been here, you know, on and off once again. We will have Tank dropping in here for a rock, and miss that first rock on Ellis though. But it will be a nice tri-boom to go in, and he might even want to just commit onto that, even with no SI support, as the common will give him a lot of support to, you know, just do alone by themselves. And he is going to do just that. Downs coach, and he's going to look for no down on neck here, or he might even have to get out, and he's going to back out. He's going to start climbing back up that building.
Yeah, that's a good call by that tank there, actually. He still has 4.7k health, around 4.65, whatever you want to call it. And he's actually going to be able to get out now and just wait for the rest of the spawns to come. He's actually going to drop back in, tries to hit Ellis, now pushing the rest of the survivors inside. Getting a jump rock here, probably going to look to land onto Rochelle. He doesn't miss the jump rock. Rest of the hit is up. It's a smoker jockey and a charger here. Getting juked out by Ellis for the moment. Now he does get it. And Rochelle's going to get pulled. Clears a smoker. That's going to be 2 incaps right now. That charger's going to probably look to go in with some jockey support. Tank still has 3k health. Charger's going to land the charge onto Rochelle. Curve rock goes around, almost hits Nick. He's gotten pushed back into the corner. This is not looking good for Sweet Venom. He gets the corner there onto Rodriguez, and that will be the wipe for Combat Care Bears onto Sweet Venom.
Yeah, really the only God's grace that Sweet Venom could have hoped for right there is if Rodriguez actually got hit up on top of a little bust there, and that would have allowed her to get away. But I mean, regardless of that, Minnie was probably going to die, and you know, with 2 other end caps, it was only a matter of time before the tank or an SI caught up to Rodriguez. So really unfortunate for them. They're going to take a wipe here on the first map. Brings the score for the first map to 532 to 160, and I mean, they have some catch up to do, but they still have 3 maps to do it, and it's 3 huge maps.
Exactly, and that's the one thing that is about Perisher, as you mentioned. It's important to get that distance and as much health bonus as you can, but since the map is so small in the way in which it is, it's not the end of the world if you're behind by this margin by any means, because these rest of these maps are kind of brutal.
Yeah, all these maps, they have their own little special choke points and whatnot that you just have to be aware of. And I'm going to hit Alt-Tab back out here. I'm going to try and finish this title and get it to actually update this time.
Good luck. Hopefully it does indeed do that. We're going to be seeing our tank at 58%. Well, that will be one of the infamous event tanks here for this chapter, I should say. And yeah, I mean, it's a tough tank to take, but if Sweet Venom can find a way to wipe Combat Care Bears and then find their way to the safe room, that would probably be preferable for them. I assume Kiss Me is still editing that stream title.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to work. I hope it works now. It looks like it's updated on my actual Twitch page. But once again, we won't actually know if it takes effect. for a couple of seconds as it tries to register with Twitch servers. I know that the MoveBot website was down. That's what I used for my bot. That was unfortunately disconnected, so... well, actually, the website itself was down, so that's a problem. But I will go ahead and ready up here so we can get this round underway. I will be the last person ready up.
Indeed, and I will be ready there to launch this live. We're going to have Combat Care Bears on the Survivor side of things first, and then Sweet Venom on the Special Infected. First hit for SV is going to be a Charger, a Smoker, a Spitter, and a Jockey. So we're going to see exactly what they're able to do. They are going to stand up there, actually, and crowd these common on the Survivor side of things right here. So it's pretty typical, I'd say, so far, Kiss Me.
Yeah, really not all that much difference we see here with every other Parish 2 map, pretty much. This is going to stay ahead and try to bait for a couple more seconds. Actually, Jockey going and looking, he's not going to drop in. He was looking for Coach. He saw that Coach overextended there. And from the way it looks right now, the Survivors are probably going to have 2 people push out, 2 people stay inside. And we might see the Charger go for someone. Actually, no, they're all going to run outside, so good heads up play by them. Smoker does get the pull on the LS up front. Jockey can get dead stopped and shut down by the Frying Pan held in the hands of Rochelle. And will the attack up and down. That was a good heads-up play by the Survivors, because what a lot of Survivors do there is they actually just sit back in the safe room, and they get absolutely railed by the Charger. He drops down when one person's separating outside, and he charges the other 3 back inside of the safe room, and it just causes a lot of havoc.
I think you said it correctly there, so I put my Watch Left 4 Dead in my name, just to, you know, stay current with the times, every time I cast, I put it there. But as you said, that actually was a pretty good job by the Survivors to mitigate that damage. Only 18 going out onto lights with the entire hit going out. So now they're going to be able to push a little bit further here. Hit coming in, actually. That Boomer's going to get a 1 boom onto Rochelle. Pull does go out onto lights. Cover's going to come in from that Jockey. Charger's going to go in there, misses the charge, unfortunately. Stumbles Rochelle, gets a fist. Jockey goes on there, gets a little bit of a ride, but actually some nice chip going out on that hit, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely a lot better, obviously, than the first attack we saw coming out from Sweet Venom. And the big thing there was that Charger that landed, or didn't land, I should say, but the punches that did follow, they got quite a nice bit amount of damage onto Rochelle, and did some work on that health bonus. But they still have a Witch here and a tank to deal with. The Witch is up, Nick's running up for the crown, gonna go and shoot her dead, and that will be the Witch over and done with.
Indeed. So now we will see another hit, probably. Actually, I think Sweet Venom might elect to. I don't know, they might like to save it. Boomer's going to sack itself right there. So Charger, Hunter, Spitter are still up for Team Sweet Venom. Trying to see... Yeah, okay, they're just going to save it for an alley hit here. And then that makes sense, because then the tank's going to spawn pretty much when the Survivors come out of the trailer.
And most certainly...
So,
sorry, I was drinking some coffee there. This coffee's been sitting next to me like 40 minutes, and I haven't really touched it.
Go for it. I can narrate what our lovely teams are indeed doing. They have a Hunter spawned up on the top there. Charger and the Spitter for the support. They also have a Smoker. Smoker's going to try to go for the pull in the back. Is going to land an awkward pull. Charger's going to jump down there. Gets a single charge out onto Coach. Spit comes in on top of that. Hunter's going to actually land onto Rochelle for some more damage there. Spit actually did not land. Spit got blocked for some reason. I think actually that was Lights throwing his body in front of it to block it. Tank is up in the hands of Rodriguez for Sweet Venom right here. I don't know if he's going to elect to push in or throw rocks. He's going to throw a rock here actually and take about almost 1,200 chip. Over 1,200 chip as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the horrible thing about this tank spawning so early in the course of this crescendo is the Horde's going to stop really soon here. So it's either Rodriguez commits right now with the little bit of Horde she still has left, or she's not going to have any Horde to work with, and it's going to be just purely AST. And with that being said, I think the Horde has completely stopped at this point, but she is going to try and commit here. She's already down 2,300. AST coming in looking to help. Hunter gets dead stuff and shut down the side of the little camper there. The tank not managed to really find any targets, so he gets whacked in the back by a Frying Pan. He's dead. So that will be a very fast tank by Sweet Venom there, and they're going to have to really, really do some good SI work here at the end.
Indeed, and that's a great call there by Combat Care Bears, deciding to take it back into that area, just pretty much mitigating the entire amount of the tank damage that the tank could do, because the Horde stopped since they didn't push far, and they ran back to an area where they knew the tank was going to have to work its way in. After chipping it down already 1,000 health points before it got in, they were able to pretty much just juke around and not have the tank land a single punch. Actually, I think it landed 1 or 2 punches there at the end, but that was about it. So we are now going to see Team Combat Care Bears with an insane health bonus pushing along in this map. The next hit is up for Sweet Venom. Smoker, Charger, Jockey, Spitter. We're going to see the Charger going here now. Charger's going to get killed. Smoker does land a momentary plot onto Rochelle. Spit gets killed. You can see the Smoker then get cleared, and the Jockey did not spawn.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why the Jockey didn't spawn right there. He probably had a hard time finding a spawn, which, for those of you wondering, if you just hop up on front of the bus, there's a little bump you can hide on. That's like a guaranteed spawn spot. But he's going to go ahead and hop on top of the little crescendo platform here. But we'll get meleeed there by the, I don't know what you call it, the paddle bat, the oar. Pick your name for it, but it was in the hands of Nick regardless.
That's good. My Steam decided to just, say stop working. I'm going to crash you to desktop here. So you can probably still hear me, but it'd probably be better for you to narrate for a couple seconds as I get back in.
And I will absolutely do that. We're going to see another attack trying to gear up here. Looks like there's going to be a Boomer with the Spitter and a Hunter working in from the top here. And I can only assume there's never that side. There it is. This is the Jockey climbing up there. Hunter crouching around, looking to initiate here. And he's going to pounce him with the help of the Jockey, looking to cap somebody, but they will both get shut down really easily. Jockey actually still managing to stay alive somehow and latches onto her shell there inside of Bust Depot. Going to get a little bit more damage onto her. But unfortunately, she's not health bonus, so that's not going to do all that much to that big number that is still looming over their heads right now. Which I actually don't want to press my health bonus button right now. So I will let you do that when you come in because...
672.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
That's insane. And now we're going to see the survivors actually push their way to the safe room here. I don't think they're actually going to be able to get another hit in on the side of Sweet Venom here. Yeah, they're not going to. That's going to be a safe room with a 672 health bonus for Combat Care Bears. What a chapter by them.
Yeah, wonderfully played there by Combat Care Bears. For those of you wondering, this is one of the lower matches, I guess I should say, in the tournament. Both these teams have had a rough time in this tournament, but that's to be expected with the amount of competition we had to actually enter the tournament. And, I mean, these teams are basically just playing now for slot numbers, because we saw the grand finals last night. Really good game between both teams. I'm not going to spoil it with who won, but...
last night?
No, Friday. No. Yeah, because they Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the game between Serious Business and Team Net, as we tried them. I called them Team Nut once, and that was an interesting turn.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure why you did. I'm like, why did you just call him Nut? I'm like, where did you come from?
This community. We're gonna be going live here with this chapter, however, with Sweet Venom now in a pretty big hole, actually. As you said, they have had a rough time in this tournament. I mean, obviously you can say this is a rough time in this tournament because Lights is ringing. I mean, if you know Lights is ringing, you know shit's going down.
Yeah, Lights is a really old competitive player. He's been around for, I'm going to go ahead and say at least 2.5 years. Probably might be pushing 3. I think he came around during the beginning of LTD way back when. I know a lot of people are going to hate when I bring up that name, but I believe that is the first time I actually saw Lights around the community. So he's been around for quite a while. He's played with some of the better people in the community and learned a lot in his time. And he's, he's good at mentoring and whatnot.
Indeed, and he's one of the closest friends I've met through L4D2, through Steam and all that kind of stuff. I use his Mumble as my base of operations through pretty much all my team stuff, and he is going to be ringing for my team, actually, directly after this match. We're going to have my match happening at around 4, and Kiss Me, I don't know if you're playing for us too or not, but we will figure that out when that time comes, I think.
Yeah, I could play for you guys if you need. I mean, the other match I was going to cast is Pirates vs. Velvet Room, but I'm sure someone else will like do that.
We got this actually hit coming in here right now. The Smoker did get initial pull. Jockey's in the safe room there, getting a lot of damage going on actually onto Rochelle, and that's actually what you mentioned on the other half chapter here that we saw, because when you have that kind of separation, the Jockey can indeed get into the safe room with the Smoker like separation in front, and that was actually lucky for Sweet Venom that Charger didn't get the tri-cap cover there.
Yeah, that was an absolute godsend for them. We're going to have the Smoker backing out here. I don't know what he's going to be really saving for up front, or if he's just going to keep running up towards the Witch. That's really my only thought that I can actually think of. But he's actually hanging out in the middle of the circle here, the big maze, if you will, of forest. I don't know what to call it. The monument?
Hedge maze.
Hedge maze.
Hedge maze, yeah. Charger's going to spawn up here right now. Actually, he's going to lead in. Not going to get much of anything. Jockey does land. Boomer spawns as well. That Jockey is going on to Nick for some nice amount of damage. Boomer's going to climb up here and gets a nice double boom onto the survivors. That Smoker has indeed spawned again, trying to get a pull in front. Going to miss the first one. Running back inside the hedge maze here. Going to get another despawn. So that Smoker stays alive, and this chip on Sweet Venom is really good so far from CCB.
Yeah, definitely. They've done quite a number on Duke, especially Mini and Blue. Rodriguez is still sitting in the high 70s. My dogs know that I begin my day of casting, and they're like, we're going to mess with you. So don't expect anything else from us. But we will have the Smoker despawning. He should be saving for the Witch. That's the only logical thing that I actually think of right now. Unless they want to get a big hit at the very end of this alley, which could be possible if they get that Charger. But right now it is a Spitter with a Jockey. And Smoker should also be up there somewhere. No, it's going to be a Hunter, so they should definitely save probably the Hunter and Jockey for the alley, but the Smoker can sack on the Witch if they so choose to do so.
We got the Hunter in the hand of Lights here. He likes to do these high pounce kind of things where he bounces around on top of the map. That's what we're probably going to see him do for that distraction. The Smoker and the Jockey. Smoker has not spawned. Jockey has. Spitter is also still in Ghost form as well. Lights is bouncing around here. Looks as though he wants to go for that either high pounce or the Witch.
And we have a pause coming out. That's wonderful. I love pauses. Jacob saying that's not a maze, guys. If you get lost in that maze, then I'm actually worried about you.
It still counts as a maze, Jacob.
I think I could definitely get lost.
Oh, looks as though we are indeed going to be going live here. This hunter is in the middle of the air, and now he's not in the middle of the air. So they actually are going to spawn the jockey as well, as we did see before. Now the smoker is going to spawn up too, so that's going to be the tri-cap spawned up. This hunter actually got seen a little bit there, got 10 chip, so, and then the jockey just scratches him for good measure. But yeah, it looks as though they're going to choose to hit on the witch here, Kiss Me.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be one of the more crucial hits here for Sweet Venom to actually take. They're going to send the entire SI hit in on this witch once again. And it could be quite a doozy if they don't shut this down correctly, or if they allow that witch to actually get a scratch. It doesn't matter if the tri-gap lands, it's not what they're looking for. They're looking for the witch land. So we're going to see probably a draw crown going out here by Sweet Venom very shortly. Nick does have a shotgun, so it could be him. Blue also has a shotgun, and Nick actually just went over to pick one up. Or not Nick, Else.
Right. Now we got 3 shies that could potentially take this. Looks as though it's going to be Dot who wants to. It's kind of staying in the front there. The special infected are still just kind of clawing each other around. Smoker has 202 HP. Lights is actually jumping his hunter now down into the back. Smoker drops down onto Witch, trying to claw the Witch to get a little bit of a distraction here. Going to actually go up there, tries to pull Ellis through. Going to get chipped down to about 100 HP. 18-2. 2 HP Smoker. 2 HP Smoker. Now it gets killed. Okay, and then actually the hunter's going in there. Manages to claw. There's going to be a trigger right now onto Nick, I believe, from that Witch. Clawing up the hill. He's going to get a nice crown going out there from Mini. Spick gets blocked by Rochelle. Jockey gets killed. That was a very nice handle by Sweet Venom.
That was an absolutely beautiful crown going out there by the hands of Mindy. Getting the full out crown, so she didn't even need the help of her teammates pretty much. She got the shot that she needed on the witch, and it's wonderfully played by her.
Indeed. Now that's going to put them in a nice position here for this tank, but this tank is brutal here if they play it correctly. You might actually even see a rock tank coming out from combat Care Bears here instead of a push, because when you saw the push from Rodriguez, the survivors were able to get like 1k chip before the tank even got in. Hit is coming up right now for CCB. It's a Charger, a Hunter, a Boomer, and a Smoker. Tank is going to come up right now into the hands of Gurr. Going to have that Charger sending himself in here right now. Actually, he's going to stand there and stare at the survivors instead because he's a bot. Lights hits the Smoker spawn in the front, trying to work his way in. Survivors are going to back their way up here. Looks as though the tank is going to try to move to the left to get on top of the bridge area. Survivors is going to stand back here right now and manage to clear most of that horde. Rest of the hit has not yet indeed gone in. Lights is now going for the smoke in the front. It's going to go past Rochelle and hits Coach. Boomer gets a long boom onto Coach now. So they're going to be able to clear most of that, and they kick the Charger. That's good.
That makes sense. I mean, because that's basically limiting you to always getting. No, actually, you can still get a track gap. I lied, but you want the Charger here for sure. There's no doubt about it. Once again, with that Charger being botted and just stuck in the corner, the survivors aren't going to kill him. I mean, there's no reason for them to do it. The survivors actually going to opt to push forward here. This is
Interestingly
pretty.
enough, yeah.
This is definitely a gamble because it's going to restart the horde for them, and the tank might just commit with this once they get that track cap up.
I actually believe that is what we're gonna see here. Chosen's Hunter is down to 172 HP. This tank is running across here. Looks as though he doesn't want to commit. Actually, I don't know if he wants to commit or not. He's still running along the ground here. Gonna get some chip going out onto him. He's gonna jump his way in. Smoker's going for a pull in the back. They're gonna get a pull onto Nick, actually. That's not good. That's gonna be a complete separation. Now the horde's gonna be there. That's gonna be a double punch going out. Hunter gets dead stop. Another punch goes out on the Coach. That's a down. Gonna punch Rochelle into the back there, but Rochelle might be able to free Nick. Indeed she does, but the Charger's gonna drop in there right now. Lights gets the charge onto Nick. That is looking to be the wipe, actually, because that tank's gonna be able to probably catch up to Rochelle. Ellis is still alive, though. They're going to be able to clear that Hunter. Now the tank's going to climb back over and tries to focus Ellis. That Charger is going to have a kill on his hands. Coach is also dead. Actually, never mind. The Charger won't have a kill, but Coach did die from horde. Tank is now pushing in the corner. Smoker pull does go out. Gonna wait to see this tank trying to get Ellis in this corner here. Common are coming in. Gonna throw another punch here. Actually getting juked out pretty nicely right now by Dot. Dot's gonna be able to go back over the bus, but that Smoker pull is indeed going to do some nice work on Rochelle. One is already dead. Dot is now cornered. So we're gonna see this 3.4k HP tank still up. There's gonna be an in-cap onto Nick as well. Nick almost died there. Jockey's bouncing his way in. Looks as though the tank wants to go in from the top as well, but this is definitely gonna be, I think, the wipe coming out in Sweet Venom.
Yeah, with Mindy just popping her pills, I mean, that's going to allow her to move a little bit faster here, but there's really not going to be much else coming out from this survivor round here. Garrett is currently just blocked off because the fence doesn't have any ladders nearby, but he's going to go ahead and find one as he backs back down the alley, and he will go ahead and toss a rock at Minnie's face, way overshooting that, though, actually. And there will be 100 pounds around looking for the cap. Will land on Nick here, and Tank might clear her. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and clear the Hunter off of Nick. He wants this kill for himself, throwing the rock at Nick's face, and one more rock will do it. I'm sure he's just waiting for that recharge.
Common actually get it before he does, but yeah, that's going to put Combat Care Bears with an almost 1,300 point lead here, just a little bit under that. So that's a nice start for this game for them, and unfortunately for Sweet Venom, that's a pretty hard lead to come back from.
Yeah, they have quite a long way to go right now. Like, it's even more of a deficit than we saw coming out of map 1, obviously. Instead of a 400-point difference, we now have, you know, a 1,300, well, 1,200 and a little bit of change, 1,230 or something, 1,231. I don't know why I have to do the exact math, but I do, because I'm a beautiful mathematician. But, anyway, getting away from that, big round coming out there from Combat Care Bears, basically almost, you know, forcing Team Sweet Venom to actually, you know, really step with the game here. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Rails.
Exactly.
At least you caught the joke.
Exactly. That is why we must do math. We gotta do the exact math in this situation. It is our profession as Left 4 Dead 2 casters to do the math to the exact numbers, because that is the most important part of our job. Fuck calling SI hits. We have to make sure we get the math correct.
Calm down.
Sorry, I'm just telling you the truth. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. So anyway,
I know.
speaking of math, we have actually that has no relation to this whatsoever. But we have Combat Care Bears on the survivor side of things, and Sweet Venom on the special infected side. Let me throw up my spec out here before we start. We're going to see a first hit here, probably going to come off the bridge. Tanks hit a relatively early tank, so Sweet Venom Whites here, they can definitely close the gap. It's a Hunter, a Boomer, a Charger, and a Smoker right now for Sweet Venom. They're going to send the Charger in first, actually going to get killed, leveled by Lights. We're going to have that Hunter passes in onto Lights again. Tri-Boom does go out, so that's going to be a nice slowdown there onto the survivors, but this Smoker isn't going to be able to get much of anything. That was really weird.
Yeah, that was a really weird timed attack there by Sweet Venom. They definitely threw the Smoker in way too late there at the very end. But I guess they really don't want a Smoker here for the next attack. Although Tank, no, actually I take that back. Tanks probably won't be up until they at least drop over the bus. It might be up near the little shack up ahead. But other than that, SR is just going to try and loot these houses fast before the SI get their full hit up here. Alice is going to do a really good job upstairs, checked in the bathroom for whatever was in there. And Coach is actually going to run, and he's going to still run in the bathroom for some reason. And there's a Charger there looking to cap him. He's going to spawn up and actually run in, looking to cap out on Coach. And will actually charge the other way, gets a cap on Alice there. Hunter will come from bottom, looking to boom on the survivors, lands on the Coach. And Hunter also finds his target of Nick. And so there will be a little bit more damage going out onto the survivors. And we're going to see them continue pushing here up to the tank and triggering. And we're going to see how they want to play this.
Yeah, tank will be up right now for Sweet Venom into the hands of Blue. It looks as though survivors are going to get a little bit of a clear here, and then knowing the way in which Lights, if he's calling for them, I'm not sure if he is, but I know the way he likes to do it is he likes to take tanks back in this kind of situation. He's standing on top of that bus there for some reason, will not get pulled. So it's going to be up to Blue to kind of hit that car in the right position here and then probably commit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is going to be a pretty pivotal tank here, and Blue has to play well. I think she has the experience to actually make it happen. Having a little bit of trouble here with the car, though, early on, trying to get it up on the roof and into play, but it actually fell off the roof and is sitting back behind the camper. So she's going to commit without the car, but I believe there is a dumpster right below her that she can use if she so opts to.
Is that still hittable? I'm not entirely sure. That Charger goes in there, gets focused down. Jockey gets dead stopped and killed. And Blue's going to have no support right now. Actually going to fall off there for a second. She's about to take some chip here. Survivors are going to be able to get about almost 1k of her health gone. About 800, 797 chip exactly. So that's going to put it at 13% deficit. A little bit more now, actually. So it's going to be 907 chip exactly onto this tank. I got to make sure it's precise, kiss me.
I love you guys. I love you guys in Twitch chat, too. But, yes, we're going to see Survivors, or a.k.a. Team Combat Care Bears, pushing up here. I love that name, actually.
There's a car right there.
Yeah, the car is actually still there, and the hands of Blue popping up in the air, and it barely misses Rochelle, hitting just in front of her. Nice double proc going out to Nick and Coach in the back, and Blue is going to opt to commit onto that. She is running low on rage on second pass, 50%. She's going to go ahead and trick or corner Coach somewhat here in the common. Gets one hit, gets two hits, and we'll pop him up in there. He's going to fall and take some damage from that. Charger does land on the Coach as well, but Blue cleared there by the shotgun of Rochelle. And Alice does end up getting down there. Car hit going in, barely missing Nick, clipping the side of the camper right there. We'll hit it backwards, and I have no idea where that car went. But, yeah.
Bounced over Coach's head, and now it's kind of out of play back where it was before. So Lights did indeed get down there. Tank's going to be throwing a rock actually inside here. Going to miss a rock onto Nick. So Tank still has about just over... okay, never mind. I think it's about to die. Tank tried to get another punch there. I was going to say it had about 1k health, but then decided to recommit there. Jockey goes in there, does get dead stop, then runs away. Got a Smoker and a Spitter coming in the spawn queue as well. Smoker's going to spawn queue right now. They actually have to pull out onto Rochelle. They're going to be able to cover that pretty well, I think. Yep, now they're going to go send the Jockey. Almost a 2-cap going on, as a matter of fact. Spit does go down, so that's going to be, I'd say, actually a pretty nice tank from Sweet Venom starting off there. Got a full down, another almost full down, and there's only... They still have 2 sets of pills left, but that's about it.
Yeah, so the wipe is definitely possible there, especially with the sewer hit and then the ladder hit still up and coming, and then we also have the bridge. We have some big chokes still left in this map here. Sweet Venom definitely has the opportunity here to make the wipe happen, but on their survivor side, we're going to have to see an absolutely perfection display, or a perfect display of survivor play with that tank, and they're gonna have to make the save from here with, you know, a nice little bit of health bonus to actually close the gap here. Attack does come in, Jockey lands onto Rochelle there very briefly, but the Hunter does get skeeted there by the hands of survivors, and Dot has a phone call.
All right, phone call does come in here. They're going to be, I guess we're just going to have to wait for her to finish that phone call for a second there then, saying that, you know, hey, I'm in the middle of a match.
Listen, I understand you need to be coming to work, but there's games to be played. That's exactly what I would say.
That is exactly, yeah, tell Dusty you'll talk to him later. Oh boy, that's coming out from Minnie. And I don't know if they can realize we can read that chat, but obviously we can, so some interesting plot twists happening right now. Plot twist.
So a relationship was just dropped right there, Dusty and Dot.
Dusty numbers and Dot, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Oh.
Rail's just deepening the plot there.
I'm deepening the plot twist there, so they're actually going to have an okay hit. Well, actually, it's be better if they had the spitter, obviously, but it's a smoker, charger, hunter, and a boomer. Judging with the way in which this oh my god, this choke has been nerfed. I almost said churf.
It's a new word. It's a choke that's been nerfed. It's chirped.
I like the thing. Oh god. Alright, so this churf here has this pipe in the center here, and actually they're gonna put Coach up on top of it. He's trying to bait the smoker pole actually. They're sending the hunter in from the bottom. Boomer gets a single boom onto actually that's a 2-cap going down the bottom. This smoker could make it a tri-cap if the tongue is recharged, but it's not. There's gonna be a full in-cap going onto Lights. That will put him black and white. Almost another full in-cap going out onto Gur as well. Hunter is still up. Hunter's gonna pounce in there. That's gonna be another cap. Actually, no, it gets barely cleared there before it's able to land. Lights is down right here at the start of this ladder. For some reason I'm seeing dead special infected on my HUD, which is odd. But now we're gonna see the smoker still kind of trolling in the back. Gonna get a pull out onto Rochelle, but then does get cleared. We have a spitter for a Delight up top, and Lights is still down.
That was an absolutely massive hit coming up by Sweet Venom. That was probably their best showing of SI so far this game with that beautiful, it was basically a double cap with a triple, or a double charge I should say at the very end, hitting Rochelle there, and just doing a lot of damage onto them. Unfortunately, the smoker wasn't able to secure that tri-cap for very long. If at any point I think the hunter got cleared before that actually happened.
Yes.
But, yeah, regardless of that, they still have this, last little choke here to deal with. Charger's going to spawn up and get charged out on Nick and put him up against the wall here, but Spitter is going to be a little late. Actually spits down on Rochelle for some reason. So, not too sure why they decided to spit on Rochelle when Nick was still in the process of getting up. I think they would have just been more damage on him. I mean, Rochelle is the health bonus, though. Nick also has something to be spoken of.
I don't necessarily agree sending it the way in which they did there. I might have waited a little bit more for them just to choke out on the ladder. They can't really send Lights up to spawn due to the fact that he's black and white. This Wood is actually going there, gets nicely crowned by Gur. But now we're going to see maybe, I think 2 more hits coming in from our survivor side here. Gur is about to go slow, however.
Yeah, so he's going to be slowing down the survivors a little bit here with his limpy leg, or whatever you would like to call it. But we'll have a Hunter Smoker working the way in from the front here. Smoker misses tongue. Hunter does land on Nick, though, so it's going to be a little bit of chip going out on him. Smoker Pole does also land on Ellis. Charger coming from behind, looking to charge when he survives. Does get onto Ellis, but gets instantly cleared there by the machete of Nick, aka Synesthesia. For those that don't know, actually, this is another little plot twist. Synesthesia is actually Redux's brother.
Yes.
So I don't know how many of you know that, but I thought it was pretty cool, because I knew both of them for about 3 years before I actually found out they were brothers, and I was like mind blown.
What?
Yeah, I had no idea that they were actually brothers. I always wondered how he knew everything that I told Redux, and then I was like, do you live with him? And he's like, no, I'm his brother. I was like, alright, well, that's interesting. But we're also a nice ski coming out there by the hands of Coach. Jockey lands on a Coach, so this could end up in a down for him, and yeah, he's going to get dragged out of the room where the survivors are, and that's going to be an easy in-cap on the Gur here. But, I mean, survivors still have that huge health bonus looming over their heads right now as they do finish off this attack and make their way into the safe room.
Yeah, indeed. And now we're going to see them find a way to work their way into the safe room. And actually was a nice little bit of chip going out from Lights under Rochelle there. So a little bit more damage going on here, but still a 208 health bonus. And that's just going to put them in almost, actually over a 2K advantage right now going into Sweet Venom's turn on Survivor here.
Oh, certainly, and I mean, this is really just coming down to Sweet Venom at this point. They have to tighten up the SI. I mean, in map 4, let alone, they have to tighten up the SI. But this survivor round, they're going to need an absolutely huge health bonus. Like, they're going to have to drop like a 700-800 bomb right here. And then even map 4, they have still a long way to go on that map to actually make the comeback happen. But one step at a time, let's see if they can make some sort of a miraculous health bonus appear here. And if they can, then good on them, and that's exactly what they need. But this tank, this is where we're gonna see, you know, the precursors if they're gonna be able to do this or not.
Indeed, but I mean, still though, they have to be pretty happy with the way in which they've carried themselves through this tournament, you know? For a newer team that's coming into the major competitive scene, not the introductory level even, just the way in which to play with pretty much the best in the game, play against the best in the game, you know, that's gotta be commended for them, especially building their team chemistry the way they have. Oh, a massive hit going in here right now. That Charger does land a hit, and then also the Hunter jumps down and does get a momentary pin. That's gonna be a lot of damage going out onto blue.
Yeah, so actually a lot of damage going on Sweet Venom after the first hit. They really had to shut that down hard, and they did a good job with the first SI. Boomer got popped in midair, so no boom going out onto any survivors. But other than that, everything else had an easy time either distracting or landing onto the survivors, and the Charger just did an absolutely huge number on Nick. So really unfortunate for them, and hopefully this tank, from here on out, they can play this round like perfectly.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, now they're gonna have this Hunter actually pre-spawn in the back here. Gonna go in there, gets a scratch onto Nick. Interesting play call there by Lights, but he did get a couple of damage actually. Then we're gonna have the Spitter goes in there and actually managed to spit on Nick as well. Nick's gonna move out of it. Single boom did go out, and just a smoker up here right now. I'm gonna be interested to see who this tank is for CCB.
This tank is... I'm not sure. Can we actually see who that is?
Not on Extra Sauce, I don't think, can we?
Oh, okay. No, I don't believe so. I think that's only on Sticker, because we have a pull going out in the front here onto Rochelle. Gonna go ahead and try to get the tank triggered, but they still have to push up a little bit further here before this tank actually does come up. It has not been triggered just yet, and it looks like Survivor's already ready to drop back. They're like, let's get out of here, guys. Tank now finally does come up. It's gonna be in the hands of Lights for Team Careballs.
Oh, God.
And Charger completely misses. Hunter lands onto blue, though, and luckily there is no smoker to pull Nick across, but that rock will fall a little bit short there. So let's go and toss this over to Lights POV.
Alright, we have a Lights POV here, and I will narrate my friend's good tank here, I believe. Because I know Lights, when he plays regularly, he can be an absolutely amazing tank. And I've experienced it playing with him on Team Abraxas and Watch Left 4 Dead. I don't know if that card's where he wants it to be, however. He's going to actually say... Actually, wait. He's going to go for his card. He's already going to be on second pass. He's going to actually knock the card into the corner. Oh my god, what a hit by Lights. That's going to go actually flying right into where he wants it to be. He's going to climb right over there. This is probably exactly what he wants. Smoker is spawned up as well. He's going to launch that car a little bit more. Smoker actually might be down. He's got the car now in the corner on the right-hand side. Going to try to push the survivors in. Insta-pull does go onto Rochelle. He's got that exactly where he wants it right now, Kiss Me.
Yeah, I mean, some tanks would actually rather have it on the opposite side of the bridge because it kind of deters the survivors from pushing out into the open and then allows your SI comrades to actually get easier spawns and whatnot. Tosses a rock over at Ellis and that's going to actually miss. So tank does know that the car is down on the side there, so he might just drop down to it and try to start working it in towards the survivors. He needs to do just that. Starts hitting it because he knows they're in the safe from gathering ammo right now. He might get a hit on Rochelle here if it hits it right. And no, he's actually going to opt to try and push it through the little gap here between the bridge support beams. He's going to opt to forget it and push it. Nice double hit by the tank. Gets another one on Ellis here. The SI has come in. Beautiful single cap with a charge into the safe room, and it will get cleared, but this tank is not dead yet. He still has 4,500 HP left to go. And survivors are stuck in a really close area right now. Another beautiful hit coming out of him. Melee's on his back. And
the Cleaves going out here by Lights. He's going to get another hit there. He's getting slowly to chip down here. He's going to get another hit onto the survivors. All their melees. He's doing an absolute amazing amount of damage here. Going to back up to the door, actually. Going to throw a rock into the safe room. Almost hits the survivor. Gets another punch onto Coach. That was a ridiculously good tank by Lights.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say there. I mean, look at Sweet Venom's health right now, and you know that there was a tank here pretty much. The only permanent health left on it is left on Rodriguez, I should say. I can still not talk. I need more coffee. But regardless of that, we're gonna have Blue and Mini going slow here very shortly within the next few seconds, and well, not even slow, like literally a dead limp, if you will. They're gonna be at 1 HP, and a single scratch from any SI will down them. So we're gonna see if this might be the wipe right here for Sweet Venom or not. But regardless, I think they should actually go ahead and down both of them after this attack, assuming they don't take it down here themselves. Smoker goes and actually gets team and kept there by the hands of Dot. So that will be a down onto blue here. Jockey lands onto Rochelle, gonna separate her, and actually gets down also onto her with a boomer landing onto Ellis. And Ellis is only 1 HP, so one common hit or that Jockey scratch who's coming in, gets the scratch onto her. So it is 3 down. Coach is trying to get it blue right now. And this Jockey's looking for the wipe, and he will actually get pistoled down there by the hands of Minnie while she's on the ground.
Indeed, they're going to pick the survivors back up here. They do only have one set of pills left. They're going to be picking the survivors back up. That tank got, I don't know if the tank actually got an in-cap or not, but I was trying to go in there, trying to get an intercept, gets the charge out onto Nick. Hunter's coming in to try to cover. Smoker spawns as well. Smoker's going to get a pull there onto Nick, who was already getting up. Unfortunately, not going to do any damage for him. Hunter is still spawned up here, going to jump his way in there, tries to scratch down Blue, is indeed going to get M2'd and shut down, but that's still an absolutely crazy amount of damage going out onto Team Sweet Venom right here. Spit does go in. Spit's going to land onto Nick. That's going to be an in-cap.
Well, certainly when Blue gets up, that is going to be her second in cap, so she will be black and white. One more down, and she will be dead here in this round. But we will have a jockey looking to get a spawn here. He might want to go for LS. He's going to grab that spawn behind the bolt. Nice awareness there of being able to grab that spawn. Latches onto LS and going to drag him down behind the bus. Going to make him run all the way back down, but not before in-capping him. So Sweet Venom's having a hard time actually blocking spawns and getting the survivors up in a timely fashion, it looks.
Indeed, now we're going to see them still limp their way along here. That jockey is still respawn. There's this jockey. Smoker's actually going to get a pull out onto Nick here. What a pull. He's stuck on nothing. And now he's just going to stand there. And instead of being pulled down, he will just have a lot of damage on him. Instead, Boomer gets a proxy. Nick is still not going down for some reason. Like, he's not falling back down because logic from Valve here is amazing. This charger is spawned in the back here, or wants to spawn in the back. He's going to spawn up right now. Goes and gets the charger onto Rochelle. That's going to be either an in-cap or a death. That's going to be an in-cap actually onto Rochelle. Rest of the survivors are now going to have to come back once again. And as he said, Kiss Me, they're not really blocking the spawns they want to. Looks as though Coach wants to go, but they're going to say, might as well, okay, everybody might as well come back because there's really no other point in just rushing that far. So there's going to be a Hunter actually spawning right now. Going for a DP, gets the DP onto Rodriguez. You know, the Boomer spawn up gets a 2-boom in the back. This is painful, Kiss Me.
Yeah, Ellis actually going to go ahead and run back through the spit there and actually ends up killing himself. I'm not too sure if that was just, you know, okay, we get it, it's over, kill us, or if that was an honest mistake. But regardless of that, Rochelle will be still in the back here, and she's going to have to keep pushing up through this horde. She is the only survivor that is boomed. With the other two, I think they're actually black and white. Dot and Blue are black and white, with Rodriguez being only one in-cap person. So Coach is the big player right now. He has to protect his two black and white teammates. Attack coming here on the back, going to be a Boom and Jackie, simultaneously landing onto Rochelle here. This will be a kill onto her, and with a Smoker charger in the front, this could definitely be the end of the round here for Team Sweet Venom. And Dot saying, leave me alone.
Charger still has permanent, or actually I should say permanent HP. Charger has permanent HP. Yeah, this Charger had a fucking temporary HP too. Boomer gets a spawn, or Boom there on to Coach. That's gonna be a charge into the open field. That will be the wipe on Sweet Venom right here by Team Combat Care Bear. It's a dominant game by them so far.
Oh, certainly. And actually, I'm being told by Stimmy that there is going to be a match in 10 minutes, actually. I'm not too sure.
But then my match is...
Yeah, your match is in an hour?
4, yeah. So I don't know if we'd have time to finish it.
That is true.
Unless you wanted to just roll there and then jump out when we had to.
We could. Let me see what's again. Yeah, unfortunately, nobody really posted on Left in the Nation when their match times were for either EQ or AST. So, we're having a little bit of a rough time this weekend trying to actually find schedules. So there won't be many events made up for today on the groups AG and the Left 4 Dead 2 Scrim Network. So don't look for the events. If anything, if you don't have an account made, make an account and hit follow, and it'll tell you when my channel goes live and what game pretty much. But yeah, let me see if I can grab a hold of Simi.
Yeah, and we're gonna see our tank at 34% here with a Witch at 19. So it depends. Hold on a second.
So it's going to be Roadrunner vs. Plus Gaming. That should actually be a pretty good matchup.
Well, interestingly enough here, if you wanted to, I could find somebody else to play for you in my match, honestly. I could just go grab somebody else, because you could have Battlecast with you for the game that's about to happen, and then also Plus Gaming and Pirates at 4 o'clock.
That doesn't sound bad, actually, because it would give me something to do. Let me see where Battle is, if I can get a hold of him.
He just messaged me, and he said that he's being asked to cover both games.
Okay. Battle, if you are watching this, you could hop and mumble if you want. Let me go ahead and ready, so I'm not delaying this match any longer. That was actually huge-ass airplane noise. That was really loud. Alright, so we're going to have a couple more games for you guys. Yeah, this game was a little lopsided global, but yeah, It is what it is. We will have the 4th map going live here. Team Combat Care Bears up about 1,700 going into this map here. Boomer drops out against a nice initial boom. I don't know, Coach here. Jockey going to look to latch onto Rochelle inside the room, but we'll get shut down. Hunter lands onto Ellis though, and this pick goes down as well. There's going to be a lot of damage out onto Ellis, and he's going to have to run out of that, but not before taking at least 35, 40 damage from that alone.
Indeed, and actually we have been joined here by the one and only Battle. Battle, how are you today?
Your mic is incredibly low.
Battle's mic is incredibly low, so I'm assuming Battle is going to be getting his mic relatively configured in a second, so we will be able to hear from him when he's able to. But we have a Boomer, a Hunter, a Charger, and a Jockey for this Witch and this hit for Team Sweet Venom going out onto Combat Care Bears here. As you can see, the Witch Crown is going to be failed by Nick. We have a 2-cap going out with the Boom coming in as well. Let's see about that damage. Could be a tri-cap if that Hunter gets on top. Quad Boom is indeed out now. We're going to see that Hunter go and pounce onto Rochelle with a ridiculous amount of damage going out onto Combat Care Bears.
That was an absolutely massive hit coming out there by Sweet Venom. Beautifully played by them, knocking Coach and Ellis both down into the slow range, that beautiful yellow color that we love to see. Makes them pop those pills, and since they obviously taken that big hit from the Witch herself, taking the down from it. And are you okay now, Battle?
He says his mic is being
something. Just leave it at that.
Tank is up right now in the hands of Dot, 14 Sweet Venom. They actually managed to push their way into the pool room here, running forward. Torkerpole does go on the lights in the bottom. Jockey coming for a cover, isn't going to quite get it. Tank's actually going to jump her way down below here.
I'm not really all that big of a fan of that play, actually, because now she's just way behind the survivors, and they're all regrouped. What you really want to do with there, as my phone actually starts rumbling for some reason, but what you really want to do there was hop out probably one of the windows, even push to the staircase, and then push the bottom 2 survivors back into the bottom pool hall. It would just help, further the separation. And my dogs, just my dogs. They don't stop.
Dogs.
My dogs.
Give a pause for Kiss Me's dogs.
No, it wasn't because of me, guys. Don't look at me. It was Rodriguez saying no specs. Who is in here besides Battle? Marty. Wait, is her name Marty right now? Yeah. Oh, it's Mary. It's not Marty.
Did I fix it?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
It still sounds low though. Do you have another mic? Like, is that a new mic, or did you like bite the cord or something?
No, I may have stood on it. Several times.
You stood on your mic and you broke it?
Yes.
That's impressive, Battle.
So that means when you cast today, Battle, it means you're going to have to... Well...
Scream like a lunatic? Yes, pretty much.
Oh my god, there's an insane amount of beeping that goes along with it as well. That's pretty cool, actually. It sounds like you're in the middle of like a telecommunications conference. It's not terrible. I mean, you can still understand pretty much what you're saying. This tank is in the midst of the survivors right here, as a matter of fact, running around in the pool room. Nice skeet going out there by Coach. Charger's gonna miss. Single boom does go out. You can see this tank actually miss a punch here onto Rochelle. Running back in, gonna get a punch. Actually, on the lights, he goes flying back downstairs. This tank only has 400 health left. Gets another punch on the Coach. Gonna jump in there, misses the last punch. That's gonna be a dead tank for Combat Care Bears onto Sweet Venom.
Yeah, so once again, not the wipe, obviously, that Sweet Venom wanted. This game is pretty much all but winnable at this point in time. I'm pretty sure mathematically... Alright, we have to actually do math here, hold on. Alright, so the max actual score that they get here is 2100. So if you add 2100 to the current score, yeah, it's actually mathematically possible at this point. So, yeah, pretty much... Combat Care Bears will be your victor. We will be switching over to the next game. Rails, you could probably stay for the while if you want to cast it out.
Oh yeah, I can stay. I can stay for a bit. Yeah, like I said, I can probably stay right up until around 4:15 when the match starts. We're waiting. This is gonna be humorous because of all the jokes that are made. I'll tell you in a second. That Swiffer gets picked. Hunter gets skeeted. Charger goes in, lands a single charge. Spit's gonna go up as well. Not gonna land really on much of anything. But can you believe it or not? We actually had to delay our match until 4:15 because Redux had to eat.
Yes.
Oh, fuck, Battle, what the hell?
Your mic is incredibly bad. Like, if you have any other mic, go get it.
What?
I don't know what he said. It's like pure static. But yeah, regardless of that, Simi is asking if we're coming to the server. So we're going to actually go ahead and hop to your servers for you guys and get everything set up. So this match is pretty much